All right, guys. It's our favorite, wait for it, favorite time of the league. Almost by this time tomorrow, we will all be on the grind. We got the Joe with us. We got the throw on. First of all, I want to say all credits to the boy, Ron Array. My favorite monk player, probably by far, makes the most successful builds I've seen, in my opinion. Shout out to Ron Array. But I want to be explaining, kind of dumbing down the Trinity Martial Artist League Start build for anybody that's going to be wanting to try it out. I thought I was going to be playing Zookeeper, but I think I'm going to pivot to Zookeeper after doing my League Start on Trinity because it seems like Twister has gotten something of a huge buff as well as parry. So I think doing a League Start on Monk with Spear and Buckler is just going to be kind of too advantageous for us to just kind of push through the campaign and get ourselves a nice little start, especially with all the crafting changes, which you can go check out my last little video that I made on that. But it's going to be completely different than what it was, but who knows, because we don't fully know how all the runes of Aldurin crafting is going to go. So I jotted down some notes for people to kind of dumb it down if nobody wants to go and like read through the whole Mobalytics page. Maybe it's overwhelming for some people, and some people, they want to just hear about it instead of sitting there reading about it, which I respect. And I dumbed it down super hard. Whirling, Assault, and Trinity is basically going to equal big damage. Trinity is the aura buff that we are going to activate. The only aura activatable where you're going to proc it, you're going to Whirling Assault, Whirling Assault, Whirling Assault, Twister. 3 Whirling Assaults and then a Twister. So it's not a 1-button build. You're going to have like 2-3 buttons. So if you want a 1-button build, go ahead and go find Fubgooner or somebody, maybe who knows. I've been focusing on this, but power charge generation is much easier than before. I remember the main problem playing Invoker Trinity, unarmed monk, was that you had trouble generating power charges at some point in the game, late game, in the maps. So thank goodness that's going to be much easier. I mean, because that was the one problem I ran into. Basically, you're just going to be getting your power charges off of your ascendancy once you get the ascendancy. So you're going to have a little bit of trouble getting those power charges, of course, until you get ascendancy, which, once the league gets a little bit in there, a couple weeks, let me know. I'll come help out. We can do some things for the community. We're going to keep Herald Device with us. It's the classic. Proc explosions, as always. Clear the screen. Some stuff is going to still work as normal. What you'll notice is that the tree is very similar to what we were using before, actually. One of the things you can't see here, though, is early on you will want to take concussive attack tree, because one of the main things about Monk early on is that there's not a lot of, there's really not any good big damage nodes to help you get through the early campaign. Campaign rewards, Venom, I believe Act 2 or something like that. The Snake Lady in the cave, you're going to get stun threshold from that Venom. Tattoos later on, jumping through the darkness, you're going to get your resistances, whatever resistance the tattoos give you, all 3. Pillars in the desert. Global defenses if you need it, if you're struggling. If you're not, probably movement speed is the best bet. The very first thing you will make a Huntress. Hear me out. You're not even going to play the Huntress. You're not playing the Huntress. You're defeating the Bloated Miller, getting your spear, kill the Bloated Miller, get into town, get your level 1 skill gem, throw it in the stash, exit. Then you're going to make your monk. And then rinse, repeat real quick. Go kill the bloated miller again. Get your core staff out of there. Blah blah blah. Falling thunder from the chest, whatever. Get to town. Grab your spear and your other skill gem out of the stash, and get the other skill gem that you get from the reward for getting to the town. And you're gonna get Whirling Slash and Twister. Whirling Slash and Twister is pretty much gonna take you the whole 9 yards. You're gonna be using that pretty much the entire game. I'll let you know now. Twister heavily buffed. We said that already. I mean, Iron Rings. Look for Iron Rings. Any physical damage you can get in Act 1, Act 2, anytime is you're gonna want it. It's gonna benefit you greatly more than anything else is gonna benefit you. I mean, that kind of might not go without saying, but if it doesn't go without saying, it's gonna go without saying now. Rage 1 is going to be your very, very first support gem. And you're going to put it on Whirling Slash because you will have to use Whirling Slash 3 times to proc your Twister once. Now, granted, it's going to go around like half the fucking screen, at least, when you proc Twister off your 3 Whirling Slashes. But you're going to be building up that rage from everything on the Whirling Slashes to make the Twisters do that much more damage. And you're going to be doing it over and over and over again. Like, as soon as you do Whirling Slash 3 times and then you cast Twister, you're going to be instantly Whirling Slashing 3 more times. I mean, so that's, parrying, kind of broken. You're going to want to have a buckler on you. No matter what it is, you can parry so many things. The number one tip I can give is learn the attacks from especially bosses. Boss attacks, because you can parry a lot more than you think. And it's kind of crazy. I mean, you can the wolf that you fight, you can parry the ice beams that come out of the air. I know you know what I'm talking about. So that is like one of the single most broken things I've seen, period. It's actually kind of crazy. But you sit there, you parry Fang of Frost, if you need it, but highly likely you won't even need it. Whirling Slash and Twister is just the way. It does so much damage. It's going to carry you through the game. As for your Ascendancy points, you will want to get this new thing. Obviously, the whole tree's new. Hollow Focus technique. Hollow Focus is going to make little temple bells randomly appear around you, and that is going to be massive for your power charge regeneration. This is the main reason why it's so easy to get power charges now, because bells will be constantly put around you, and all you're going to have to do is killing palm the bell, and you're getting power charges. And then next thing you know, you can either spend them Falling Thunder, or if you're me on the Invoker Monk on the old times, you're just going to charge staff and just keep farming through it. Then Way of the Stone Fist is going to be highly recommended because you're going to just get free bonuses based on your gloves. Now, I will say if you need help trying to survive, you can go ahead and take Runic Meridians, which is good. You're going to get Runic Meridians regardless. So you're not really you're kind of just choosing like, oh, do I want my extra free bonuses from my glove if I have really good gloves and I'm already doing a lot of damage, or do I need help and would I like to have extra rune sockets around my body, 5 to be exact, and get those bonuses instead. It's kind of whichever is going to give you more bonuses. But with the runic, I mean, that's more of a defensive thing anyways. So if you need help, I mean, you're going to do that instead. So, but Way of the Stone Fist is highly recommended. But either way, after Way of the Stone Fist, then you're going to go into Runic. And then you're going to go into Hollow Resonance. Now, Hollow Resonance will attach a whole entire bell to your back. So whenever you crit, period, the bell will ring out and do an AoE around you. And crit, you get like a whole extra AoE attack around you. And if you're critting constantly, you're just going to have AoE shocking all around you the whole entire time. And unfortunately, we're in the drought right now where, there's kind of no point to play the game right now. All we can do is kind of prepare for what's coming tomorrow afternoon. Because anything you're playing right now is like bound to change and reset, especially with how big the patch notes have been. I mean, but I mean, as you can see, there's so many different things that try. I mean, I will be trying both of the new Ascendancy classes. I'll be pivoting after Martial Artist League start. I probably will be pivoting to Spirit Walker to try it and see what the Zookeeper thing is all about. I really want to test everything about capturing the bosses as companions. I mean, that's huge. Remember, they're companions. They're not minions. They're companions. Like Darth said, your dog and your cat, they're a companion. They're not a minion. It's different, okay? I don't want to hear it. Because I love minion builds. Alright? Minion builds are fun as fuck. Fuck what you heard. It's what you're hearing. Alright? I don't care. I don't want to hear anything about it. And I will also go over some of the biggest changes that we might have looked over and not fully realized with the updated patch notes, because this happened right after Tavern Talk, I believe. It's basically just the first two highlighted messages. I'm gonna let them sink in for a second. Lesser, greater, perfect jeweler orbs can now be used on items with skills on them to increase the number of sockets on the item's granted skills. Using a jeweler orb on an item with multiple skills will affect all skills on that item. So what that is huge for is kind of unique items. It used to be a problem where, you know, most uniques, you have a gap between like level, like, I believe it's 28 and like almost 60 or something. So it's like you get most of the useful uniques that you might actually care to get or use level 28 and lower. That's pretty much what the level they would drop at. And then you won't get any other big notable uniques until like level 60. So there's a 30 level gap, which is essentially most of the campaign that you're spending either hoping that you got one of your key piece uniques in the first 28 levels, or hoping it, you know, you drop an essentially useless item that you've outscaled to try to fit into your kit. And it is also one of those things where you already really go into it most of the time knowing what uniques you want to actually use and which ones are going to be useful for you, especially at this point in the game. But with what, 32 new unique items being introduced into here, I mean, including like Facebreaker in itself. I'm gonna want to find Facebreaker immediately. The new gloves. I'll pop them up on the screen to the item itself, but yeah. And all crafted modifiers are now guaranteed, but items can only have one crafted modifier at a time. Desecrated modifiers no longer count as crafted modifiers, but items are also limited to one desecrated modifier. Like I said in the last video, huge nerf to weapons. I mean, I made the whole video just about this pretty much one statement because it's such a big change to how weapons were crafted originally, because it was before you'd get a good base drop. You know, it could be completely naked base drop. It could be great, and you're going to slam three perfect essences on it, and then kind of, you know, we could desecrate it, and then that's 4 explicits, you know, that could fill up your entire prefix and then give you suffix, and then you're preying on the last 2 suffixes. Well, now you're kind of preying on the whole entire item. I mean, it is perfect roll. The price of perfect rolls is going to burst through the roof more than likely because of how it's like winning the lottery now, getting a perfect roll. I mean, but also divs are going to be more common, so who knows what the market's even going to look like in the next league. But back to the monk. You'll notice that most of the tree is kind of exactly the same as it used to be. Careful playing Chaos Inoculation. There's a thing, Way of the Mountain, that a lot of people like to use where it doesn't work with Chaos Inoculation, so you kind of have to pick one or the other. Obviously, the later on you get into the game, Chaos Inoculation is probably going to be a good choice once you have enough Energy Shield and Evasion that you're not really taking damage anyways, it's going to really just be you regenning your shield for the most part. But I am really interested to see how the whole martial artist tree works, purely because of the power charge regeneration. The one problem I was having playing Monk on Invoker was that you had to manage your power charges perfectly or you would die. That's, I mean, like late game. And now to see that there's just going to be bells spawning around you oh so randomly that you just killing palm and oh, there's your charge. I think that is a huge improvement, especially with the fact that Twister is also buffed. I didn't even like Twister before. I thought it was like a bit of a whatever type of combo, but now it is undeniably good. I mean, it's one of those things where it looks like it's going to be the best combo for Monk especially. I mean, for multiple classes are probably going to use this as a leveling tactic for maybe the first 23 levels. Obviously 23 to 25, somewhere around there, you will hit the you'll be hitting hollow palm and you won't be using a weapon anymore throughout the campaign. But martial artist is probably 100. It's gonna be the best option. Between getting 5 free sockets and free bonuses on your gloves, and I mean, I can't express it enough. Just the fact that we will be able to freely charge power charges like over and over again. That's going to make mapping much easier. I couldn't be even more excited. I just want to teleport to tomorrow. I'm sitting here waiting. I don't know what to do besides just plan. That's all I can do. I want to play POE2, man. You're killing me right now. But it's fine. Just one more day. Just one more day.
Whosoever I cared about said